Hey, happy Monday, everyone. It's Meredith. I'm here with the message for the 14th of March, 2022. You know, we're checking into our sphere of influence, what's on offer to us there. Our first card comes from Sacred Traveler Oracle. How are we moving through the energy atmosphere of the day? Our first card is Transformation. Excellent. A fresh new way of living emerges. This has me thinking about, contemplating, recalling that we've seen a lot of the moon lately, and we've had the message that something is just below the surface. It is coming to light, it is rising, and my feeling is that it's connected to seeds planted long ago that may have actually even been forgotten. So as we go through transformation of any kind in our spiritual journey, this emerging energy that we keep witnessing in the moon is becoming more and more present. You know, we can feel it. Some would say, oh, I've got spring fever. There's just something in the air, or, you know, whatever little colloquialism you're using. I feel the transformation card is capturing that energy today. We are rising. We are shining brighter than ever. And what is just below the surface is becoming more and more clear to us. Now, also, with that message that has come on repeat for us from the moon, we've got this fiery phoenix. And today, well, actually for the next couple of days, the moon is in Leo. So that's some pretty dynamic energy. So you have the passionate, fiery, feisty, charming, creative energy of Leo channeled through the energy of the moon. How could that not create transformation? Check out your moon sign today too, and see how the current astrology of the moon is having an influence on your moon sign. Our moon sign is the most sensitive aspect of our personality. So that's being supercharged, lit up by feisty, fiery Leo energy. Is it any wonder we've got transformation emerging, coming through the surface, breaking the surface into our awareness? How wonderful is that? Our next oracle card comes from Fortune Reading Cards. I love this deck. I haven't used it in a really long time. So here it is, and why not? A fresh energy, right? We have unity. A time of divine understanding, renewal, peace, and hope. You radiate and attract great love. You are great love. Look at the color in these cards too. Lots of warm energy. This is what we have to offer. Our beautiful unified self relationship. This is what is in our sphere of influence. This is what we are attracting. The great love that we are only attracts more great love. How beautiful. That's not too shabby for a Monday energy, right? Oh, and Monday is technically Moon Day. All right, let's take a look at Bonefire Tarot. Oh, and by the way, I'm so glad you all really liked the new deck, Tarot Avatara, from the creator of Bonefire, Gabby Angus West. What a nice demonstration of tarot cards. So I'm appreciating your appreciation. It's a fun deck. We will definitely be seeing more of it on the tarot table. So today, Bonefire Tarot, what does the tarot have to say to us about the energy atmosphere, our sphere of influence? Our first card. Well, there. I think I mentioned to you just the other day for the weekend reading that someone had called me a card witch for talking about cards, and then we turned them over. Well, here we go. It's happening again, folks. And there's the moon. I love this. What incredible confirmation for us. So this transformation is breaking the surface. And as it does so, we may be feeling so much more in touch with our unified divine masculine, divine feminine, celebrating the great love that we are, that could be transformative for those of us who have a tendency to not do that, or to hide that, or to attempt to keep that all tucked in. Good luck, because the feeling here is that fiery phoenix is emerging through the light of the moon. So we're seeing things differently. We are feeling things differently, and we are expressing ourselves differently. And my sense of that is that we've got a greater sense of personal freedom and liberation. And whatever we have been keeping under wraps, even from our own selves, in terms of what's emerging through the energy of the moon, we're not going to be able to keep under wraps any longer. It's going to feel way too good, way too happy. Not too happy. It's just going to feel so excellent. We won't go back to keeping things under wraps. All right, next two cards that come for us. Oh, wow. Look at this. 8 of Swords and 8 of Cups. I love that. Okay. Our character here on the 8 of Swords, you know she's blindfolded, her hands are tied. She's done this to herself. She's completely stymied herself. And then she awaits rescue. And as I'm so fond of saying, there's no rescue coming. You cannot look outside yourself for having blindfolded yourself and tied yourself up in knots over a life experience. Only you can set yourself free. And here we have it happening. And it happens because we're feeling unified in self-relationship. This allows the doors to blow wide open for us in terms of sharing and expressing the great love that we are. And this is what's emerging through the energy of the moon. This is something that's been just under the surface. The awareness, the knowledge of that 8 of Swords is that the answer comes from within. We've known it, but have we taken action on it? Well, in this case, we have, because we have the 8 of Cups, which is beautiful movement in a new direction. The 8 of Cups is such an interesting card. You know, it gets a little bit of a reputation in tarot for being a breakup card in terms of relationship. Now, I'll go so far as to say we're breaking up energy, we're changing things, and we're moving in a new direction. Though I don't sense that that's necessarily the end of a relationship. It may be a brand new beginning within self-relationship. Therefore, we have something new, different, and fresh to offer every connection we have. So what I'm sensing here is this transformative, unified energy emerges on the moon card. We're setting ourselves free from some old vulture thought, ingrained way of thinking, being, and doing. You know, we've had the Tower a bit recently too. And we talk about the Tower here in terms of taking down our own foundation, taking down the walls of our tower, taking a look at what we allow for limitation, what we set boundary for. And time and time again, we're tearing apart these walls within ourselves because there's this type of phoenix rising energy on offer to us. This is what's within our soulful presence. So here we are in this sweet little human vessel, the avatar of our soul, living at times small and caged on this gorgeous 8 of Swords. We don't necessarily see the forest for the trees, and we find ourselves in a microcosm when we are truly intended to fly free in a macrocosm. And that's what I feel is going on here in the cards. So 8s in the reading, that's a whole lot of movement. 8s move energy in tarot for sure. The other day, I think we had 4 8s in the reading. Now we've got 2 and they're right in the middle. So we're still in great momentum. We are still riding a wonderful wave of transformation. The next we have the Ace of Pentacles. Hey, another doorway to just blow right through. You know, and this is a card of great love in tarot that's often overlooked by many readers. And here we're talking about great love on the Unity card. We we attract it because that's what we put out there. That's in our broadcast, that's in our vibe, and this is the return, and it creates a whole fresh, new perspective for each and every one of us. This is a card of great abundance as well. The whole suit of coins is about abundance. Though take abundance where it's most relevant to you. Let's look beyond financial. Let's take a look at the foundation and consider our joy and our happiness. You know, a friend of mine was just saying to me this morning that joy is happiness for no reason. And oftentimes happiness is confused with attainment, meaning there is such prolific lack thinking in the vulture thoughts of the ego that we find ourselves at times saying, I'll be happy when, which is yet another limit that we're blowing the doors off because you're putting conditions on happiness. Whereas joy has no condition on happiness. It's the simple pleasure of being the love, the light that you are, and for no reason. Wow, that's really sweet. All right, let's take a look at the bottom of the deck. What's there? What's in the unseen? How is the universe supporting us today? We have the 5 of coins, 5 of pentacles. Ooh, you know, I'm seeing this card different today too. This is traditionally considered a card of conformity, meaning that we have to sacrifice something to go into sanctuary. So a person or more than one person on this card is typically out in the cold. They're looking pretty worse for wear. They need a meal, they need some warmth, and maybe some first aid. And there's a sanctuary right there, but they don't go in. Because to go in means to give up something of value. Let's say freedom. This is what has us locked in the 8 of Swords over here, right? We end up caged in some way. Though as I look at the 5 of coins today, I feel that this is a transformative sanctuary that we have created for ourselves. This isn't one that is going to take anything from us. This is something that is going to give to us as we receive the blessing of the sanctuary. So, you know, it's a reciprocal type of energy on this card today. So while there may be some instability in transformation right here, because face it, that's not always comfortable. Hey, it's worth it. So while there may be some instability, the gift of 5 in tarot is to create stability for ourselves. And by bringing down our old towers, by setting ourselves free, by choosing to be limitless, to choose to take a look at what boundaries have kept us so-called safe. We challenge our own status quo, and that's what allows us to move dynamically with the 8 of Cups through the Ace of Pentacles into a fresh new perspective of our own lives. Ooh. So it's worth destabilizing through transformation to create greater inner unity and then have that to offer our self-sanctuary. Then we have, look at this, the 3 of Wands, beautiful. This is a card I love to see. This one, the 2 of Wands, the 3 of Wands. I love seeing these cards when there is the essence of the Tower nearby. And we have that in our 8 of Swords. We have that in the Moon even, because we've long been feeling the tug, the pull, the magnetic, the magnetic pull or the call to embrace that there's something new emerging and to take that something new on faith, because we can't necessarily name it. And the joy is in the emerging of this transformation. So this is definitely, keep doing what you're doing, go with the flow here, because all of it is a blessing. And here with the 3 of Wands, it's confirmation of building on the foundation, expanding our horizon. Because we dared take down the tower, because we dared take a look at the cracks in the foundation. Next we have, so beautiful, the Page of Cups. This is a card about energy on offer. It's communication with someone. It's also fresh, new, untried energy, usually quite enthusiastic with the pages because they don't have a load of experience. And it's good to be a novice at times, isn't it? Because we get to embrace wonder and awe as we celebrate the now moment of fresh perspective. Ooh, so the universe is providing this for us to enjoy. All right. What do we have next? We have Angel Answers. You know what to do with these cards. Allow them to confirm something for you or to answer a question you might have. Simply let them be a conversation between you and your guides and angels. Our first card is, look at this, Abundance. Confirming our beautiful Ace of Coins there. There's an abundance of opportunity awaiting us. I also feel a whole lot of discovery here too. There's the wonder and the awe we're talking about. Next, we have forgiveness. Yeah, don't be too hard on yourself for the Eight of Swords experiences. Remember, every experience contributes to shaping you into the being that you are in this very moment. So mind the inner dialogue and just be aware of how you speak over your own life, your life experience, your self-relationship. I also feel be mindful if you've got limits placed on your happiness. Catch those I'll be happy when or if, right? Okay, the card jumping on the floor here, communicate clearly. This is one of my favorites in this deck. Don't take the long way around the conversation. Get right to the heart of the matter. And I feel that the Leo energy in the moon assists us in this today. Speak your heart. Speak what's on your heart. It's so rich. One more. Oh, goodness. Okay. An interesting one. We don't see this one often, but recovery. That feels very much connected to the Eight of Swords as well. Once we pull that blindfold off and untie our own hands, set ourselves free, uncage, we're going to feel a sense of recovery into this transformational energy that's on offer to us. This brings recovery to our own sense of unity within self-relationship. Beautiful. All right. You know, I'm going to do one more card from the fortune reading deck as a final thought on the reading. Something to contemplate for the day. Okay, it didn't fall out, though I have to show it to you because it got my attention. There's the Phoenix card in this deck. Okay, be prepared to be renewed after a period of, well, this says crisis. I'll simply say challenge. It can be challenging to transform. Okay, final thoughts on the reading. Ooh, here we go. We have fire. Another transformational card, by the way. Let go of emotional upheaval and embrace the renewal of the present. Yeah, welcome to the now moment, folks. Arms wide open, embrace that. Have a beautiful Monday, everyone. Thank you as always. Oh, look at that color too. Still very warm, still very fiery. Thank you for watching the video. It's appreciated. Thank you for your comments. I am reading them. Pardon my lack of response at this time. I will do that again. Peace, love, joy, happiness to each and every one of you. Namaste.